How do we get vehicle plates? The registering our vehicle with the Department of Motor Vehicles. What does the law say about registration? How registered is defined. According to the lawdictionary.org, rights was a king has expressed by virtue of his prerogative. According to the law of Cornell Education, register is defined as a filing of a security offering right with the appropriate government agency to make the security available for sale. So I define it as the register means selling an expressed right. What did the court say? No. Hayes versus U.S. 390 U.S. 85, 1968. No one is compelled to be a witness against himself. To force anybody to register shall express right. Anything is communicative, and such communicative evidence is precluded by the Fifth Amendment. National Seamount Bank versus Victor L. Jones, 108, New Hampshire, 387, 1967. A vehicle not used for commercial activity is a consumer good. It is not a type of vehicle required to be registered, selling express right, and use tax paid, of which the tab is evidence of receipt of the tax. The registering selling right anything in this case a vehicle is community precluded by the Bill of Rights that is used and not required to be registered. This means that it is an ethical debate with your society if you should register your vehicle. Question: how do we register our vehicle? What is the effect of registering? The contract of affirmation as expressed in the charter parties and bill of lading. Statement in the charter: the ship's condition on the register selling express right amounts only a condition precedent that the ship at the time of making the charter is actually so conditioned, and not that she is rightly conditioned or that she will continue to be right conditioned during the term of the charter party. So register means the ship, in this case a vehicle, is conditioned to make voyage, and not that it has the right to voyage. How is registering practiced? I'm missing something. How is registering practiced? Huh. I guess I'm not missing something. So how is registering practiced? According to the Diplomat Handbook, diplomatic missions continually register, sell, and express right their deep respect for the courage of dissident. Legally registered sell and express right organizations are by no means immune from such action. Prosecution. Minton described the decision to the BBC as a matter of life and death. If we don't register sell express right, we will not have a party and we will be without legs and limbs. The Hayes Handbook of Diplomacy. Russian Diplomatic Service registered, telling express right, a growing number of what are widely known as functional departments. Registered, selling express right, European Union residents generally bear the same rights as citizens in elected mayors. Pariah actors use diplomacy, a permanent institution of international society, to register, sell, and express right their grievances and justify their actions. The diplomats, I define them as merchants, register things to show respect for courage, give rights, or grieve as it creates a party or department, which means it's not immune from prosecutions. Let's summarize what we know about registering. Registering, selling a right, anything in this case a vehicle, is community precluded by the Bill of Rights when the vehicle is usually not required to be registered. This means that it is an ethical debate with your society if you should register your vehicle. Question: how do we register a vehicle? Register means the ship, in this case a vehicle, is conditioned to make voyage and not that it has a right to voyage. Question: when does the vehicle have the right to voyage? Diplomats, merchants register things to show respect for courage, give right, or grieve as it creates a party or department, which means the registered thing is not immune from prosecution. Question: what does the prosecution look like for a registered thing? Our questions: how do we register a vehicle? We usually give money, usually Federal Reserve notes, to the state. When we go to their office, either by mail or in person. Money is duty and right, so we overpay. Duties are not needed. When does the vehicle have the right to voyage? When we sell the right to the state, as such, the right to discuss the voyage. What does the prosecution look like for a registered thing? The description of the right and its selling process that is attached to the vehicle. Let's summarize what we have. Why do we have vehicle plates? From yesterday. We drive on roads as we use Mother Nature as a transport method. Mother Nature was the problem to our right to travel freely and unencumbered without government interference. Rules of the road interfere with government as it encumbers Mother Nature. We can interfere with government by following the rules of the road to encumber Mother Nature. Mother Nature is a slow method of transportation with no storage. We have encumbered Mother Nature that the government has been safeguarding. We go back to use Mother Nature on the roads till we can build our economy. Registering, selling, or right, anything in this case a vehicle, is cumulative, precluded by the Bill of Rights when the vehicle is usually not required to be registered. This means that it is ethical debate with your society if you should register your vehicle. Question: how do we register a vehicle? Register means that ship, in this case a vehicle, is conditioned to make voyage, not that it has the right to voyage. Question: when does the vehicle have the right to voyage? Diplomats. Merchants register things to show respect for courage, give rights or grievance, as it creates a party or department, which means the registered thing is not immune from prosecution. Question: what does the prosecution look like for a registered thing? What this means. Vehicle plates show that we follow the rules of the road, which encumber Mother Nature as she is a slow method of transportation, with no storages that the government safeguards. To give vehicle plates, one usually overpays by giving money, duties, and rights. When selling a right is due, which is called registering the vehicle. Registering is selling a right to show that the vehicle is conditioned to make the voyage. That creates a party or department, which allows prosecutions. When we sell the right, the vehicle has the right to voyage. When we are prosecuted, we discuss the right and its selling process that is attached to the vehicle. Thank you. Have a nice day.